A lot of men struggle in silence. They put their all into staying fit, but by the afternoon, fatigue sets in, and the confidence that once defined them feels like a distant memory. You might even start to wonder, has my body given up on me? I'm Dr. Sarah, a men's health specialist, and after over 20 years in practice, I'm here to tell you the truth. That feeling of decline is not inevitable. While some might point you towards costly tablets or intrusive procedures, the real answer often lies in the simplicity of nature. What if the solution to weariness and performance decrease wasn't in a pharmacy, but in 3 specific, potent fruits? In the next few minutes, I'm going to share the science behind a red fruit that revitalizes your arteries, a blue one that helps balance your hormones, and an orange one that fuels every cell in your body. Subscribe now, because this information, backed by both clinical studies and real patient success, is something every man over 60 deserves to know. The evidence behind this dietary approach is fascinating and could make a real difference. Now, you might be wondering if what I just shared sounds too good to be true. I understand that skepticism after 2 decades of working with patients and their doctors. I've learned that the most powerful solutions often come wrapped in surprising simplicity. Let me share what happened with Robert, a 68-year-old retired mechanic from Ohio. Robert came to my practice already working closely with his cardiologist. His medical care was excellent, but he felt something was missing. "Dr. Sarah," he told me, "my numbers look good on paper, but I feel like my engine's running on half power." What Robert didn't realize was that his circulation, the highway system that delivers oxygen and nutrients throughout his body, needed support. Think of your blood vessels like the plumbing in a well-maintained home. Over time, even the best pipes can accumulate mineral deposits that slow water flow. This is completely normal as we age, but it doesn't mean we're powerless to help. This is where our first fruit comes into the picture, watermelon. Research from the University of Florida, published in the respected journal Nutrition, shows us something remarkable. When people over 60 consumed about 1 cup of fresh watermelon juice daily for 4 weeks, half of them experienced meaningful improvements in blood flow and energy levels. The science behind this is elegant in its simplicity. Watermelon contains an amino acid called citrulline, which your body converts into another compound called arginine. Your body then uses this arginine to produce nitric oxide, a natural molecule that helps your blood vessels relax and open wider. It's like having a gentle, natural traffic controller helping blood flow more smoothly throughout your system. Robert started his mornings with 8 ounces of fresh watermelon juice. I coordinated with his cardiologist, and we monitored his progress together. Within 3 weeks, Robert noticed he wasn't feeling that afternoon energy crash anymore. His doctor was pleased with how well Robert was responding to this natural approach alongside his regular medical care. Now, I'd love to hear about your experience with natural approaches to energy and vitality. Have you found foods or routines that work well alongside your medical care? Share your story in the comments. Your experience helps our entire community learn together. The second fruit in our approach addresses something many men don't talk about: the quiet exhaustion that comes from chronic stress and hormonal changes. Let me tell you about Frank, a 72-year-old former postal worker who'd been married to his wife Dorothy for 44 years. Frank's story began when he visited his doctor for his regular checkup. Everything looked normal on his tests, but Frank felt anything but normal. "I used to handle stress like it was nothing," he explained to me. "Now, even small things leave me feeling drained for hours." What Frank was experiencing relates to how our bodies manage stress hormones, particularly cortisol. Think of cortisol like a car alarm. It's designed to go off when there's real danger, then turn off when the threat passes. But as we age, sometimes that alarm gets stuck in the on position, creating a constant drain on our energy reserves. This brings us to Blueberries, nature's stress management specialists. King's College London published compelling research in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, showing that people between 50 and 80 who ate 1 cup of blueberries daily experienced significant improvements in blood vessel function and blood pressure within 12 weeks. The magic lies in compounds called anthocyanins, the same molecules that give blueberries their beautiful deep color. These natural compounds work like tiny maintenance crews in your bloodstream, helping to reduce the oxidative stress that accumulates over time. I worked with Frank's primary care physician to add 1 cup of blueberries, fresh or frozen. Both work equally well to his daily routine. Frank mixed them into his morning oatmeal or ate them as an afternoon snack. His doctor continued monitoring his health markers, and together we watched Frank's energy levels stabilize over the following months. "It's not that I feel 20 again," Frank told me during a follow-up visit, "but I feel like myself again. That constant fatigue has lifted, and Dorothy says I'm more present when we spend time together." The third piece of our puzzle addresses cellular energy, the fundamental power source that drives everything your body does. Charles, a 65-year-old retired teacher, described his challenge perfectly. "I wake up tired, I'm tired all day, and I go to bed exhausted. It's like my battery never fully charges." Your cells are like efficient factories that need the right raw materials to produce energy. As we age, these cellular factories can become less efficient, particularly when they're dealing with inflammation, the body's response to daily wear and tear. Enter mango, what I call nature's cellular fuel. The University of Oklahoma published research in the journal Nutrients, showing that adults who included mango in their daily diet for 8 weeks experienced improvements in their antioxidant status and reductions in inflammatory markers by 10 to 13%. More importantly, these participants reported feeling more energetic and less fatigued compared to those who didn't include mango in their routine. The fruit provides a steady supply of natural sugars, along with fiber, vitamins, and compounds that help your cellular factories run more efficiently. Charles started eating half a fresh mango with his breakfast each morning. I coordinated with his family doctor, who was supportive of this dietary approach. Within 6 weeks, Charles noticed something remarkable. "I'm sleeping better, waking up refreshed, and I actually have energy for my woodworking projects again." His doctor was pleased to see improvements in Charles's inflammatory markers during his next appointment, confirming what Charles was feeling subjectively. What questions would you ask your doctor about adding natural energy-supporting foods to your routine? Comment below your questions. Help me create better content that addresses the real concerns our community faces. Now, here's where the science gets truly exciting. Mayo Clinic published a comprehensive review in Clinical Interventions in Aging that revealed something profound. When people combine multiple healthy lifestyle changes, the benefits multiply rather than simply add up. This is called synergy, where the whole becomes greater than the sum of its parts. This discovery led me to develop what I call the morning vitality ritual, a simple 5-minute routine that combines all 3 fruits in a way that maximizes their individual benefits. First, upon waking, drink 8 ounces of fresh watermelon juice. This kickstarts your circulation and begins the process of supporting healthy blood flow throughout your body. 15 minutes later, with your breakfast, eat half a fresh mango paired with 1 cup of blueberries. The mango provides sustained energy, while the blueberries offer their protective compounds, and the timing allows each fruit's benefits to build upon the others. James, a 69-year-old grandfather of 5 from Pennsylvania, has been following this ritual for 8 months. His family physician has been monitoring his progress and reports excellent results. The beauty of this approach, James tells me, is its simplicity. "I'm not taking handfuls of supplements or following complicated protocols. It's just good food, eaten intentionally." James's experience illustrates an important principle I've observed over my years of practice. When we work with our body's natural wisdom rather than against it, even small changes can produce meaningful results. The research supporting this approach continues to grow. Evidence-based complementary and alternative medicine published findings showing that natural antioxidants can support cardiovascular health in people over 60. What makes this particularly relevant is that the study followed participants for a full year, demonstrating that these benefits aren't just temporary improvements, they can be sustained over time. In my practice, when patients use this approach with their doctor's knowledge and monitoring, they often report improvements in energy levels within 2 to 3 weeks. Some notice changes sooner, others take a bit longer. Both timelines are perfectly normal and healthy. What I find most encouraging is how this ritual fits naturally into existing routines. You're not replacing meals or eliminating foods you enjoy, you're simply adding 3 powerful allies to support your body's natural functions. The morning timing is strategic. Your body's absorption and metabolism are typically most efficient in the morning hours, making it the ideal time to provide these beneficial compounds. Plus, starting your day with intentional nutrition sets a positive tone that often influences food choices throughout the day. Let me address something important. Individual responses can vary, and that's completely normal. Your unique health picture, current medications, and overall lifestyle all influence how you might respond to dietary changes. This is why I always encourage patients to keep their healthcare providers informed about any new wellness approaches they're exploring. Most doctors appreciate when their patients take active interest in supporting their health through natural means. In fact, many physicians are now recognizing the value of food as medicine, understanding that proper nutrition can complement medical treatment beautifully. For those managing blood sugar, these fruits can still be part of a healthy approach when consumed mindfully. The fiber in mango and blueberries helps moderate blood sugar response, while watermelon, despite its sweetness, has a relatively low glycemic load when consumed in moderate amounts. If you're taking blood-thinning medications, the vitamin K in blueberries isn't typically a concern at normal serving sizes, but it's always wise to mention dietary changes to your prescribing physician so they can monitor appropriately. The beauty of this approach lies in its respect for your body's innate healing capacity. We're not trying to override natural processes or force dramatic changes. Instead, we're providing gentle, consistent support that allows your body to function at its best. Over the months and years I've been recommending this ritual, I've watched men rediscover energy they thought was gone forever, reconnect with confidence they believed had permanently faded, and approach their days with renewed enthusiasm. This isn't about turning back the clock or chasing youth. It's about honoring the body you have today and giving it the best possible support for the journey ahead. Every morning you choose to nourish yourself with intention is an investment in your current and future well-being. The men who embrace this approach often tell me it becomes more than just a health ritual. It becomes a daily affirmation of self-care and hope. They're taking charge of what they can control while working in partnership with their healthcare providers for optimal results. Remember, lasting change happens gradually. Your body has wisdom built from decades of experience, and it responds best to consistent, gentle support rather than dramatic overnight transformations. If this evidence-based approach resonates with you, I encourage you to subscribe for more practical wellness guidance that honors your relationship with your healthcare provider. Share this with someone who values both natural wellness and medical expertise together. We can redefine what it means to age with vitality and purpose. Your body hasn't given up on you. Sometimes it just needs the right fuel, delivered with consistency and care, to remind you of the remarkable resilience that's been there all along.